Happy Friday, all you sports and gambling fans out there. Today we have some NBA betting coverage for you, and joining me here, Dave Golakov, our SBR contributor. The game we're looking at is the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Houston Rockets. Now the second worst record in the league standings, the 16-55 Timberwolves, seem to not have a chance at getting the win against the Beard and the Rockets. In the last 10 games between these two teams, Houston has gone 8-2. So Dave, considering that the Timberwolves already lost 2 games against Houston this season, what can they do to avoid getting the sweep in this series?
Well, Minnesota's actually been okay of late. They've gone to overtime in 3 of their last 4 games. They've won 2 of their last 4 games. I mean, when you do the quick math, 2 out of 4 is not bad considering would you say they won 16 in their first 55 or 16 in their first 71 games? That's not bad. So there's a pretty good opening, I guess, in that regard. This is a Timberwolves team that many people just kind of assumed have packed it in for the season, but really they're a young team. They're competing. They're playing with a lot of fervor, trying to end the season with some momentum. It's a young team that's trying to develop. So those are some of the positives if you're betting on Minnesota tonight.
All right, now as for Houston, they can clinch a playoff spot today and continue their push for the number 2 spot in the West. The Rockets received great news on Wednesday when Dwight Howard returned after 26 games due to a knee injury. Now, he had 4 points and 7 rebounds in 16 minutes in a 95-93 win over the New Orleans team. Now, Houston is on a 2-game winning streak and have gone 7-3 in their last 10 games. And from the looks of it, the Rockets could turn that 2-game winning streak into 3 with the way that the Timberwolves have been playing so far, don't you think, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, Houston has a lot on the line. They are fighting for the number 2 seed in the conference, 1.5 games back. And Memphis actually plays Golden State on Friday, and Memphis is an underdog. So Houston has a chance to close that gap to 1 if they win and Memphis loses. So a lot on the line for the Rockets. And, they did get Dwight Howard back. They lost Patrick Beverley, their starting point guard, though, so we'll have to see how that works out for them. But they've actually been just fine without him so far this season. I believe 13-2 when Beverley has not been in the lineup. So the Rockets, I mean, all signs point to them winning this game. It's just a matter of whether they cover this huge number.
Yeah, man. I mean, odds makers have them favored by 13 points. And to me, I mean, it's just a little too high. If we look at it, it says that the last 2 games this season between these 2 teams, the first one this past December the 5th, 2014, that one went into overtime, and Houston won it by only 2 points, 114-112. The latter of that one was February the 23rd, and Houston won it by 11, 113-102. Now, also adding against the spread trends, we can find that Houston, when being favored by 9 and 13.5 points, they've gone 5-3, while Minnesota, as an underdog, has gone 10-8 in that same range. I know that Minnesota's banged up and has a lot of injuries going on right now, but, I mean, might 13 points be a little too high for Houston to cover?
No, I think Houston does cover this number, and I think the injuries is going to be the key. Take a look at who's missing for Minnesota. Ricky Rubio, Nikola Pekovic, Kevin Garnett, all doubtful. Shabazz Muhammad, Robbie Hummel out already. Gary Neal, I believe, is out or doubtful as well. Kevin Martin is questionable, and I don't know that they rush him back to the lineup for no reason anyways. So take a look at who's left on this team. Still some young talent, lots of first-round picks, Gorgie Dang. Andrew Wiggins, of course. Chase Budinger has played well recently. But in short, the Rockets should be motivated. They got Dwight Howard back. They played just fine without Patrick Beverley. They're at home. They're hosting a Timberwolves team that is extremely banged up. I think the Rockets win and cover this one.
All right, good stuff, Dave. Thanks for the insights and the pick here. And I guess we'll talk again next Friday, man.
Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care, man. Everyone else, don't forget to check back with Dave and me, tomorrow, I guess, for some more sports coverage and your free picks. Till then, for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.